According to the United Nations, almost 1 in 10 people in the world fall ill after eating contaminated food. Foodborne illnesses are estimated to be responsible for 420,000 deaths annually, with 125,000 of them in children under 5 every year. This has been one of the driving factors in the inaugural World Food Safety Day, with the United Nations defining food safety as the absence of safe, acceptable levels of hazards in food that may harm the health of consumers.
Back to the government, other than regulation, they need to provide consumer education regarding food safety so that the consumer is informed that these particular foods are safe.
With safe food being integral to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the government has to ensure safe and nutritious food for all, while the food producers are urged to adopt good practices. On the other hand, the business operators have to ensure the food is kept safe and the consumers urged to consider the food they consume.
I think we just eat food by trust that we have food that is safe, because we know, like in the urban settings, some of the food is produced using along sewage lines. So you find you may have like arrowroots, vegetables growing through the sewer. And of course, when you get in the market, it's not easy to tell this was from a good farm or this was from a sewer line. It becomes a challenge.
With an estimated 600 million cases of foodborne illnesses annually, according to the United Nations, how food is handled from production to consumption is key to preventing the estimated 3 million people around the world in developed and developing countries that die every year from food and waterborne diseases.
Kama ni marawe, unanunua marawe safi, unaleta, unachagua, unaosha sufuria, unakisa moto, alafu unawekelea. Na make sure hiyo chakula imeiva mzuri, unakaranga mzuri, kitunguu naweke inaiva, alafu uweke nyanya na mafuta, ikiiva uweke kama ni hiyo marawe. Kama ni mboga ni hivyo hivyo tu. Make umenunua mboga safi, si ile imeosaosa. Alafu na kuna vitu zingine utaweza weka chakula iume mtu, kama hiyo wanaita magadi. Usiweke hiyo magadi.
So basically, before you start this business, before you start handling any food, you are supposed to be having a certificate called a food handler certificate. Now that certificate is supposed to at least to free you from any disease, to make sure that you are free from any disease. You are capable of handling any food.
In food preparation, hygiene should be given the highest priority to ensure no contamination of the food.
The minute you come in the kitchen, you should wash your hands. There's a certain technique of washing your hands to ensure that all the germs are clean, your hands are clean. Then dry them, then sanitize them, then enter into the kitchen, start handling food.
As we mark the first World Food Safety Day, consumers are urged to make sure they pay attention to where they buy their food from and also how they prepare their food in their houses. For Switch TV, I'm Ngoshi Victor.